name's Gareth. It's been a while since I've done one of these, just because I've been so busy. But I wanted to do a few videos on this Flowlab, which is how you create your own video game through the browser. Just because I thought it was really interesting, and it's something really nice that you can sort of refer back to, something that the students as well from GoConnect can refer back to if they feel they're a little bit lost. So I'm going to do 4 videos in total, I think. I only say think because this is the first video, so hopefully it does go for. Anyway, this first video, I'm just going to be talking about the overview of what the other 3 videos are going to be like, okay? So the first video I'm going to be doing is basically pretty much the tutorial. So creating your own or very first platformer. Now, Flowlab is really, really good because you can basically create your own video game through the browser if you've ever wanted to do it. I highly recommend you do it on a PC or laptop just because it's a hell of a lot easier. And I found that over the 6 weeks when we recently just finished the workshop on this whole course, some students who had who were using like tablets and their phone found it a little bit difficult. So the first thing is games. Okay, so if you're ever interested in video games and stuff like that and you want to create your own, have a look at some of these. You can play one of these as well. And what's really good about Flowlabs is, I don't know, get some sound on this, but when you play one of these, you can actually go into the edit game thing, and we're going to be doing that a little bit in the second video. Okay, so when this loads, obviously I had to pick the longest loading one, but you're able to play some of the games that have all been made on Flowlab, so you can get an idea of what's possible. Okay, now some of these are really, really good, and we're definitely not going to be going into that like high advanced sort of game. I don't know if you can hear that if I turn the sound on or anything, but yeah, you can see like it's a bit moving and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. Okay, that's all done as well. Anyway, okay. Now for the very first video, we're going to be basically going through basically all of these, but very quickly. So I would highly recommend that you go to go to video tutorials and go through all of this, and you'll be basically doing the first video. But what the first video I wanted to do is, and what I wanted it to intend is just to kind of go through the whole process again. I do feel like sometimes that the person doing this, while it's very, very good, doesn't really explain some of the reasons why something's happening. So we're going to be doing that again, basically. And I don't think it really hurts when you're kind of doing this sort of thing, go over some aspects. Keep in mind that from this date, at number 7, they say, hey, in the next video, number 8, we're going to be going through all of this. They don't do that. They just end at 7 for some reason, but they do have some other videos. Okay, so they have some for the community, and the community is really good. So that's the first video. Okay, on the second video, I go back to help. We're going to be going through some useful examples. Okay, and I'm going to be, oh, why is that not? Sorry about that. That something went a bit weird there. So for the second video, again, still in help, we're going to be going through useful examples. Okay. And these are really good. These kind of show you some of the mechanics that you might want to have in your game. And there's a ton here. Now, I'm not going to be going through all of them in the second video, but I'm going to be going through the same videos that I did in the workshop for GoConnect, kind of explain the behaviors and how it all works together. Okay. So that's the second video. Again, I would highly recommend that if you're a little bit more advanced and you don't want to kind of go through, or you're kind of maybe skipping through these videos a little bit, kind of go through these because these are really, really useful. Okay. And there's a ton of other stuff here. I mean, there's like behavior handbooks and stuff like that. But for the first video, we'll be basically doing that one. Second video, we'll be going through this. For the third video, we're going to be going through my my game that I made when I was on the course. It's a very, very simple game, as you can probably see there. It's called Catman. It's, as you can imagine, it's about a cat who's a man or a man who's a cat. but it kind of uses a little bit of the examples that from the second video, or these useful examples, just because I wanted it to be slightly different from a standard platform. Okay, and I'm also going to be looking at another student's game, because I thought there was one mechanic there that was really interesting, and it kind of revolves around the dungeon crawler and how you kind of exit and enter a room. Okay, because you kind of have to do a few things on that. So that's pretty much it for this video. So the next video, hopefully in the playlist, will be creating your own platformer, and just basically be going through that tutorial. The second video will be going through some of these and kind of explaining the behaviors and stuff, and hopefully we can examine it a bit more and understand why things are going. And the third video will be basically going through my game that I made and how things work in that. Okay, so overall it's all very, very simple, and hopefully, you know, my students really enjoyed the whole process. It was over 6 weeks. We do plan to do it again, so if you are interested, by all means, get in contact with us. But yeah, we're just going to be going through the third video on my game and going through some mechanics. So hopefully seeing you in the next video.